And so it's time for Tuesday Treasures, and today what we've got is we've got some tags. Now I know a lot of you don't like doing mixed media, or you don't have the stuff, or you just don't have the time. So what I decided to do today was just do 3 mixed media tags, print them out and do the butterflies and moths to put on them. So how this obviously has been done digitally, but how I would normally get that kind of look is I've got a tag here that I've prepared. It was done out of, I cut it out of some photo paper package, as you can see, and then I just gessoed it on the top over the black, put a bit of white acrylic and did some distress sprays on. As you can see, these are pearlized and I'm quite happy with the colours. I used blues, golds and a bit of green. So I could either stamp on that and put a butterfly on, or I could use some of this paper that we did, the wet strength tissue paper, and I think it probably would be good to use some of this to show you how easy it is to use. So we've got some with tags and butterflies, and I think that's what we'll, what's this bit here? No, that's, we want something a little bit, and I don't know whether I want one with a butterfly on. I think I might go for that with life on it. Or should we go for a clock one? Oh, decisions. Right, okay. Yeah, I think we will. I think we'll go for this one with the clocks on. So all I'm doing is I'm just ripping it. You can cut this, you can rip it with a tear ruler. I'm just ripping it out. Don't really want the ticket on, but we'll have the news. So we'll put that, all I do is I roll that up and I just put it inside of a either a toilet roll holder or a serviette, you know, napkin type holder, and it just keeps it nice. And I'm just ripping this down, and I think that's quite nice, and we might use those bits, I don't know. So what I want is I want some gel medium just for putting this down, and I've got the acrylic, Artist's Acrylic Matte Medium by Winsor Newton. It's, I'll use any matte medium. I'm not a fan of any one, so I'm just squeezing that down on my mat, and I'll use my large brush. This one's been in water overnight, which is very naughty of me. Yeah, and I'm just putting quite a spread. And because this has been inked with stays on permanent ink, it won't. I'm just going to put a little bit underneath there. Just, it won't smudge the ink at all. And I'm just putting a little bit under here. Okay, and I'll just use it dries matte. You get gloss ones, you get matte ones, you get silk finish. I prefer the matte. However, I have got some gloss ones that I didn't realise they were gloss when I bought them, but I'll still use them. And there we are. And as you can see, the edges are starting to... And what I'm going to do is I'm just scraping into these bits just to give it a little rough edge. Any edges that you think are showing, usually when they're dry they don't. I'm just giving you an idea of what you can do, you know, if you've got a little bit of print there. Now I got them from Temu, and what I'm looking for is I'm looking for a nice butterfly to sit on there, and I think we might use that one. And I think I might use book page. You know, I want the text to be in on the background. So what I'm using VersaFine, the black, the Nocturne, and we'll just stamp that there. And I think what I might do is I might put a little bit of spray on that as well. Just wipe that up. And I'm going to cut it out, so that's why I'm moving that out. I'm going to try it on a bit of packaging first. So when you use your oxides, you need to make sure that the chalky substance is off the bottom, and it is a bit of a greeny colour. Okay, and a bit of water, and then we'll just... Oh, it's a bit too much. Just mop that up there, because we'll use that for something else. I like these. Okay, and what I'll do is I'll give that a little bit of a dry first. Okay, so you can see the oxidization started to work a little bit there, so we'll go for, I think I'll go for the speckled egg next. I might put weathered wood on, I might not. I'm just going to put 2 tiny sprays, and we'll go for the middle. It's hit it both, but never mind. And again, we'll move that out the way and wipe it. And just put 1 squirt. And we'll just... There's only a little bit left on there, so we'll just leave that like that. And we'll just dry it off. Okay, so that's it, we've got it. And I think that looks quite nice. So I will cut this out. Okay, so I'm back. So I've cut the that I did back it onto another bit of book page. I've cut the 3 tags out, and I've cut the 3 butterflies or moths. I've also cut some flourishes out, and I've got some little bits of book page netting. I just cut it out with a die. So this is what we'll do here. So I'm going to put a piece of this on there. It's still got some little bits attached in it, but never mind. And I'm just lightly going over it with left some on the mat there, never mind. And we'll put that there. And then what I wanted to do was, I wanted to have, I've got some threads here. And it's just bits of eyelash thread and some cotton bits that I use, that I've cut off from my sewing machine. And I've got some of these bits, but I think those ones, I think we might have a little bit of both. So we'll take the green ones away. We'll have a couple of green ones because I've got some green ones there. That's a bit of blue eyelash thread, and pick that up. What I usually do is I tie this in a knot in the middle. And then that way I get a good grip of what I want stuck down like that. Right, where do I want my, I want that there. I'm using Fabri-Tac just to stick this thread down. And we'll put that one on it. Yep, and then we've got this. I think that's perfect. So we'll stick that there. And I'm just sticking it in the middle and the antenna. And at this point you can move bits around because the Fabri-Tac does give you a lot of wiggle room. And there we are. And then I'll use a ribbon. That's it. Thought I'd lost it. And it's a ribbon slot. And then we will go with ribbon here. And I think and we'll have a bit of brushed corduroy. I'm just going to put a bit of water on that just to lift it. And then I'm just going to dry this with a heat gun. Okay, bring in little bits and pieces of and do I want that up? No, I want it down like that. So again, from the two edges, I'm cutting it in a slant down to the knot. And again with this one, from the two edges, and there we are. And I'll keep those because they'll do something. And I'm just going to put a little bit of glue under there, and then we'll pull that tight, as tight as I can. And we'll just put a little bit of that on there. So there we are, we've got that. So with these, I did that because that looks like a coffee cup, and that would go in my coffee journal, and these would go anywhere. So we'll do the numbers first. And I printed this off with an inkjet. I couldn't put any sprays on because the inkjet ink sits on top of the paper and it will bleed. If you've got a laser printer and you do your printing out with a laser printer, you can put coffee, whatever you want on. So we'll just put that there. And now which one are we going to put on this one? I was thinking that one. And we've got a white one, or we've got I did something like an Air Force blue kind of. No, I like that one. And should we have a little bit of this? And this is just a I got that dye from Temu, and that's it. And I think we might have that way. And do we want some threads on this one? Now this is just the gist of it. This is some eyelash, and it's lilacs and greys, I think. I think that's probably... And if you get hold of one end and just pull it down, then you get it to spread out a little bit more. And I just like the eyelash with the butterflies, because I did cut the antennae off, so we'll put this one on first. And it doesn't have to be, if you want you can stick it on all of it, but I'm just sticking it in the middle. And again, I'm just putting a little blob in the middle, and I'm just pulling that there. Oh, that's got stuck in there. There was a little blob of speckled egg there. We'll just leave it, and again I'm not going to take the glue stick to it, I'm just running some Fabri-Tac over it, and we've decided to put that over slightly at a jaunty angle. And I think what we'll do with this one is we'll stick it in the middle, and just give me 2 seconds. And I've got some, this is from my card making days. So it's lifting it up a little bit. And we'll put one under there. And these are black anyway, so. And I've lost the top off them. So these are just foam pads. They're by Sticks 2. And if you wanted, you could lift that up and put 2. Depends how much bulk you want in your journal. But I'm just giving you ideas. I mean, if you're going to put that on the top of your journal, if you're going to put a pocket on the cover, then that's ideal. And we'll put a circle in that, and there you've got a tag. And I also with this one you get another page that's kind of that stressed look, and I think we'll do some just some twine in this one, and I'm doubling it through. And again, I'm just going to tie it in a knot on the front. I'll tie this in a double knot. And then we'll just cut that loop and cut that like that. So there we've got that one. This one dressed. I've got this, and I think I will do some blue on it. Or are we going to do beige and purple? Where's the blue? Right, so what we're looking for is speckled milled lavender, I think. And that's that one. So I'm just going to go around the edges. I'm going to do it on this side, so we've got like little speckles. I'm not sure how this will show through. It might not. And I might need to do it a slightly darker colour. Yeah. That's better. So there we are, we've got a bit of milled lavender there, and we'll have it in a go in that way, and then we'll use a bit of tattered rose. think maybe it's a bit of tattered rose, yeah. Again, I'm just making it a bit wider. Yeah. And again, just there we are. While we'll use the dusty concord just to give it a couple of just doing a few. That's it. Oh, it's a bit of speckled egg with a bit of lilac in it. So just let me, that's better. That's better. And then I'm just going to take whatever I've got on the brush around the edges, and this will mix with a bit of the stuff that I've already put on. And it will be mixing with a bit of that that's already on there, because it will activate it, but I'm okay with that. Okay, the white butterfly on there, we're just going to put it right over there, I think. So I think what we might do is we might do a little bit of, we might go with a bit of tumbled glass and just take it around the edges. I think we'll go with the old lavender, I think, again. I'm just going on the edges of the blue. Got a bit of this. There we are. And then what we want is a bit of pink, but I'm not going to go with the tattered rose. I think I'm going to go with the Victorian velvet. I think that's more in the, just in the middle, yeah. And I'm just spacing it out a bit. Just keep rubbing it over just to blend it in. Wanted to, I could do like a darker pink in the middle, but I think that is quite, I think I'm going to go with that. This is like a grey. Maybe this would be better. Right, okay, we'll go with that. Use this one, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over it with the pink. Okay. It's Victorian velvet. Okay. And we'll try a bit of this. Bit of the dusty Concord. I think we'll go with a bit of tumbled glass, but I need to okay, that'll do. So we'll go with that. I think we'll actually have a smaller bit of that. Just dabbing some bits on. Okay. Oops. So we'll have that up there like that. And yep. So again, put that there. And just pull the bits. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put the antennae and I'm just holding it down, and there we are. Move that back into the middle, and then what you can do is you can go in and stick your little bits down, and there we are like that. So we've got that one, and then we've got this one, and this one's got the moth on it. And I think what we're just going to use is a little bit of this. There like that. Right, so let me glue this. So we're sticking that on there like that, and that on there like that. And I'm just and I've got a nice bit of green eyelash. I wasn't going to, but I've got bits of thread stuck all over me. And I think what I might do is I might put this and then we'll just stick that down like that. And the one thing about fabric tack is if you get any seepage, you can rub it and it just rolls into like a ball and you can just remove it. So there we've got that one. I think that's it, but I have so you can stamp on these as well, so I've got like a bit of a grainy stamp there, and I'm going to go with tea dye, but just the distress ink. And it's like what we've put underneath. I quite like it. Okay. And again, we'll go with the tea dye to go around it. And we'll put some holes. And again, just folded that in 4. That's it. And then we'll just cut these. And there we are. So this is the one that we actually did the mixed media on. I'd actually prepared it beforehand and we did everything. Yeah, it is slightly bigger. It's 3.5 inches by 5, And then these are the ones that come printed, and you can stamp on them, you can stencil on them, you can do whatever you want, and that's what it looks like. So I should have actually done the same size, and then you would have seen. So you can do those three just as quick as you can do that, and you can have any colour. That's a white butterfly, so you can have it any colour. Yeah, it's got sort of like those colours in the background, but if you put the butterfly there or put something over it, you can change the colour. The same with that. I mean, I just did that brown so that it would go with any colour. I mean, I've added blue to that, I've added green to that, but you could add orange, you could add pink, you could add anything. So it's entirely up to you. So I hope you get something out of that. I hope you enjoy the Tuesday treasures and your freebie, your mixed media tags, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.